everyone. I'm Camille and I'm currently serving as one of your Shelby County 4-H ambassadors. Today we're in my barn and we will be reading The Bee Man, written by Lori Krebs and illustrated by Valeria Sis. Here's my grandpa, who's known in our town as the Bee Man. Here's his jacket with zippered up hood that covers his face just the way that it should when he visits his hives as the Bee Man. Here are his gloves, made of cotton and leather, protecting his hands in all kinds of weather when he tends to his hives as the Bee Man. Here's the beehive, where all the bees sleep, tucked into a box called a shallow or deep, and placed on a stand by the Bee Man. Here's the smoker that quiets the bees, and a hive tool that opens the beehive with ease, for a much closer look by the Bee Man. Here's the queen bee, who does her job well and lays tiny eggs in a six-sided cell. She's the heart of the hive, says the Bee Man. Here are the drone bees, with big bulging eyes, and a large appetite that's supporting their size. They mate with a queen, adds the Bee Man. Here are the workers, 10,000 or more, who gather the nectar to bring back in store, in honeycomb cells for the Bee Man. Here are the house bees, with swift-moving wings, that dry up the nectar a worker bee brings, making honey for me and the Bee Man. Here's the extractor. It's clickety-clack, removing the honey from frames on its rack, and filling up jars for the Bee Man. Here's some of the honey. Return to the hive. It's food for the bees to help them survive the long winter days near the Bee Man. Here are the bees, protected from harm, inside the hive, huddled cozy and warm. So they'll be here next year, says the Bee Man. Here's the wagon, filled up to the brim, with bottles of honey collected by him, and brought to the house by the Bee Man. Here are the muffins, all warm and delicious, and dripping with honey on Grandma's best dishes. I'm glad that my grandpa's the Bee Man. Thank you.